Ladies and gentlemen, the Pleb is back. In tonight's episode, the left have officially lost their bloody minds. Pierre Poilievre posted a video from a rally, and now the left is coping so hard with his crowd sizes that they are accusing him of using a green screen. As well, tonight, Red Pill North is back with another Trudeau compilation, and it's so hilarious that we are going to watch it together. And in our last story, Vivek Ramaswamy gives a shout out to the Canadian truckers and goes after the media Pierre Poilievre style. You won't want to miss tonight's story. Stick around. Today's episode has been brought to you graciously by TrudeauIsAClown.com. TrudeauIsAClown.com is the first ever AI-based Trudeau clown image generator that is run on the power of AI. It generates unlimited Trudeau as a clown images, and the best part about this website is it's absolutely free. And if you want to help support this free project, you can head over to their merch store and buy some awesome Trudeau is a Clown merch. So thank you to TrudeauIsAClown.com for sponsoring today's report, and let's get into the news. Welcome to your Thursday report. We're going to have a fun episode here today because the left have officially gone more insane. Now, we already knew they were crazy, but as of late, it appears that they are getting even crazier. Pierre Poilievre put out this clip a couple of days ago titled, "Here's to Extraordinary Canadians," and the response from the left is absolutely unhinged. Now let's go watch this video here that is triggering the left harder than I've ever seen before.
Speaking of experts, you know, we're often told that there are these brainy people who have a higher standard of virtue than the unwashed masses, that they have to decide for all of you and all of us because they just know better. All of us, well, we should just do what we're told. They should decide what we think and say and what happens with our money. You see, Justin Trudeau really has only two core principles. And that is, these are those principles. One, that the state should control everybody. And two, that he should control the state.
True.
Right? But who are these angels? Who are these angels from above that he has hired to run our lives? Right? They are basically people who want to control the decisions that should rest in the hand of everyday people. But how can we be sure that the people are wise and virtuous enough to decide for themselves? Aren't they just ordinary people? Ladies and gentlemen, I have held about 120 rallies in the last year and a half since I launched my leadership campaign, and I have a policy that at each and every one I stay until every person who wants to meet me has shaken my hand. I have met, yes, that's right, and I'll do it tonight. I have met these ordinary people, and I can tell you they are extraordinary. The waitress who balances 12 plates on a tray, serves 12 tough customers at once, works a double shift, and comes home with enough energy to teach her kids math and balances her budget on a minimum wage salary. She is not ordinary. She is extraordinary. The farmer who masters the sciences of sky and soil to bring food from his field to your fork is not ordinary. He is extraordinary. The electrician who captures lightning from the sky, runs it through a copper wire to illuminate this room and light up the world is not ordinary. He is extraordinary. These extraordinary people have the wisdom and the virtue to be masters and not servants in their own country. That is my purpose, to put them back in charge of their lives, to live in a country where once again the government is a servant and not the master, where the people chart their own course, author their own story in the freest country in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the common sense of the common people, united for our common home. Your home, my home, our home. Let's bring it home.
Let's go. Now, the funniest part about this is that the left will watch this video and still have no clue why Pierre Poilievre is so popular. But rational humans who watch this think it's a beautiful message to the working class Canadians, the real heroes of this country who keep Canada moving forward. Now, aside from a few leftists coming out and calling this video populism and other left-wing buzzwords, they are actually proving themselves to be even crazier, as the left, who accuses us of being conspiracy theorists, have gone into full-blown conspiracy mode. The left, as you can see in these tweets here, are now accusing Pierre Poilievre of using a green screen in his videos. Yes, Guacamole Dave did it. Jiggly's coming out and saying dude is doing a green screen. Some account, Snow with a no space for hate, coming out and saying Pierre Poilievre should have matched the lighting to the green screen. Poilievre doesn't seem to have a basic understanding of electricity either. But nope, Pierre Poilievre doesn't need experts. Or how about Heather Dawn saying, this video is as fake as Poilievre himself. He's literally standing in front of a green screen talking to himself. They don't even think the crowd is real. Terry says, this video is fake as you, Pierre Poilievre. What a brutal job of superimposing yourself in front of a green screen. Rational Matt says, Mr. Green Screen, LOL. If this doesn't tell you how fake Pierre is, I do not know what will. Now, the irony of this is this guy's name is Rational Matt, and he's literally coming out and accusing Pierre Poilievre of using green screens. How rational. We have a couple of more gems here from Bev. Oh my God, this is 100% a green screen. They're nuts. Or how about this one from Talk to O'Leary saying, why did Pierre Poilievre use a green screen? Because projecting a persona onto an imaginary backdrop is easier than facing Canadians to discuss real issues and answer questions. Poilievre enjoys making propaganda videos. Even Captain Kobe came out and said, can't wait for the next rally with Pierre Poilievre poorly photoshopped in front of a green screen, furthermore proving that the left can't meme. And the crazy comments are not just on X, they're also on TikTok, which user Jen Lee writes, I've been to a rally on Vancouver Island. All real. The place was packed. Response from the left? Packed with mannequins. They literally think the people in the crowds are fake. Absolutely insane. And this story is not just exclusive to X, it's spreading all over social media. It's made its way over to TikTok, where friend of the channel, Jennifer L, covers Green Screen Gate, and it's a pretty awesome breakdown. Roll it.
So Pierre Poilievre, leader of Canada's Conservatives, has been hosting these rallies across Canada for the last year or so, and it has garnered a lot of attention and a lot of people attending them. And there's been mixed reviews, everything from people saying it's unacceptable that he's doing campaign-style rallies while we're not in an election, and other people saying, I love it, it's good outreach. Very similar to what Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was doing in 2013 after he won the leadership race for the Liberal Party. Pierre is even hosting these rallies in the same areas and battlegrounds that Prime Minister Justin Trudeau did back in 2013 as well. But this is all besides the point, because I'm actually here to talk to you about a new conspiracy theory that is coming out from the people that are not happy about these rallies. The new conspiracy theory that Pierre Poilievre is using a green screen. So Pierre uploaded this video onto Twitter, and now people are saying that he is using a green screen and that people are not actually at his rallies. But the thing about Pierre is that he live streams every rally that he has.
Duh.
So you see this video from his Twitter with these people in the front row, and then you go to the Vancouver rally on his YouTube and you see those same people sitting in the front row. Okay, so that's fine. Casual misunderstanding, right? I can see how the lighting looks weird, mistakes happen. So this is just one of the people who posted. If you click that box in the right-hand corner, it takes you to the hidden replies, where people are pointing out that it's not a green screen, it's from his Vancouver rally. And he hid the replies.
They're hiding the replies, guys. Look at that. They're literally... Okay, so people are commenting underneath these tweets with the links to YouTube proving that there's no green screen. And what does the left do? They're literally hiding the replies that are proving that it's real. How crazy is that? They are censoring the truth. These people are nuts.
Pointing out that it's not a green screen, it's from his Vancouver rally.
So crazy.
Hid the replies, and some of them weren't even rude. Lane was one of the people who pointed this out, and she had said that she got blocked for pointing this out, so I asked her to send me a screenshot. And here's one of the things that I will never understand about politics is that it is 100% okay to dislike politicians. In fact, you could totally be like, listen, I don't like Pierre. I don't like that he's holding rallies. I don't like that he's doing this. I don't like that people are showing up. Whatever, that's fine. But posting stuff like this is like driving down the highway at highway speed and taking your credibility and just throwing it out the window and never looking back.
Facts.
What is the reason? And also blocking people that are nicely telling you, you know what, hey, you're wrong. So you block the people that tell you that you're wrong, essentially, so that you're stuck in this weird echo chamber with other people who fall for the most surface level garbage on the internet as well. Where does that leave you? Like, green screen and then a bunch of laughing faces and then says #loser. Why is it always the people that say that they're like not hateful in their bios when they go around calling people names?
Right, Jennifer? Good point there. Look at this. She, her pronouns. A pride flag. No space for hate. #a trans flag. Human rights. But they're acting like the world's biggest assholes. The irony is never ending with these people.
Names. Anyways, this guy blocked me for basically saying it's okay to hate politicians, but don't like embarrass yourself in the process. As always, let me know what you think below and follow me. I'll keep you updated.
This is exactly what the left does. They censor the truth. They hide the replies. This is why Twitter and during the pandemic, we couldn't even talk freely about things because the left, all they do is censor. They live in an echo chamber. They block. They don't want to hear outside opinions, even if it's the truth. In our next story, someone we've been covering on this channel a lot recently, Vivek Ramaswamy, was in Iowa this week and gave a shout out to the Canadian truckers, and it was absolutely beautiful. Roll it.
As a part of what I want to do today with Lee's help is to have an open conversation with you all about what we're able to do to address certain foundational issues in this country. I want to start with one of them, which is actually honoring and respecting the Canadian envoy, the Freedom Envoy, who, frankly, a year ago was in the front lines of exposing a lot of the corruption, not just in the United States, but in the West. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
When you had a number of Canadian truckers, cross-border truckers included, who stood up against the unjust COVID-19 vaccine mandates, who stood up against a lot of the unjust policies, locking down our economy and otherwise, and had the courage to do what many of us in this country otherwise didn't, to actually take a stand and say hell no to a government that had reached far beyond its legal scope. They were penalized for it. Remember what happened is actually they locked the bank accounts, they locked access to the financial institutions of many of those truckers, and used the financial system to weaponize through the back door what the government could not properly do through the front door. In Canada, under the laws, and in this country, under the laws. I think that was a moment, though, for me, that actually, probably for me, was the moment that woke my eyes to say that these are the guardians of freedom in this country.
Wow.
Not just in this country, but in the West, in Canada, the United States alike. And so, since then, I've taken an interest in a lot of the policies affecting our truckers. You know, people don't show up to do something like that unless they actually have a properly motivated reason to do it. So why the heck were these truckers properly frustrated on behalf of the rest of it? Part of it was the COVID-19 mandates, but part of it was a deeper failure to stand for the backbone of our economy.
I gotta say, Vivek Ramaswamy is growing on me. He is definitely my guy. I like Trump, but if Trump doesn't get in and Vivek's the next president, I'm totally cool with that. And thank you, Vivek, for the kind words calling the Canadian truckers the guardians of freedom for the West. That is quite a high praise. And if you need any more reasons to love Vivek Ramaswamy, later on in that same week, he got into it with the media and had his own Pierre Poilievre moment, and it was absolutely awesome. Get your apples ready in the chat.
You didn't say that you condemn white supremacy, though.
I'm not going to recite some catechism for you. I'm against vicious racial discrimination in this country. So I'm not pledging allegiance to your new religion of modern wokeism, which absolutely fits the test. I'm not going to bend the knee to your religion. I'm sorry. I'm not asking you to bend the knee to mine, and I'm not going to bend the knee to yours.
Perfect. Wokeism is literally a religion.
But do I condemn vicious racial discrimination? Yes, I do. Am I going to play your silly game of gotcha? No, I'm not. And frankly, this is why people have lost trust. And I know you're going to go print the headline tomorrow. I already know this. We already know how your game works. Vivek Ramaswamy refuses to condemn white supremacy because you asked a stupid question. The reality is, I condemn vicious racial discrimination in this country, but the kind of vicious and systematic racial discrimination we see today is discrimination on the basis of race in a very different direction. You want to know what the best way is to end discrimination on the basis of race? Stop discriminating on the basis of race. Do that, and we're going to move this country forward. And I don't care whether you're black or white or brown or anything in between. That's how we're going to unite this country. You people have been responsible for dividing this country to a breaking point, creating a projection of national division. I meet people from the south side of Chicago to meetings like this one of every shade of melanin, multiple, from man to woman, doesn't make a difference, who are hungry for reviving unity in this country. And you, with your catechism that you try to get to politicians to whatever fake headline you're going to print on the basis of this conversation tomorrow, that's what's dividing this country to a breaking point. Shame on you. Look people in the eye and tell them what you've actually failed to tell them for the last 5 years. Own the accountability for your own failures as the media. That's how we rebuild trust in this country. And until then, I don't have a lot of patience to play the games.
What do you expect?
Boom. That's how you deal with the media. Vivek's on the money when he says that woke is a religion. You know, these far leftists all claim to be atheists, but trust me, their religion is woke. And all woke does, he's right, it divides us. It divides us into nationalities, into genders, into ages. Instead of finding the commonality, the things that bring us all together, the things we have in common, it tries to find the differences and separates us. It's literally destroying the West, and we need strong leaders who are going to eradicate woke before it's too late. In our last story, we're going to end off today's video with a laugh here because none other than one of my favorites, Red Pill North, is back with a compilation of all the times Justin Trudeau has been dissed or disrespected, and it's absolutely glorious. Roll it. Liking that intro, Red Pill.
Emotional damage. Emotional damage. Emotional damage.
Oh, man.
Emotional damage. Emotional damage.
Are you disappointed not to be invited to the wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle?
Emotional damage. Emotional damage. Emotional damage. Physical and emotional damage.
Oh my God. So ridiculous.
Emotional damage.
Oh man.
What the hell? I will send you to Jesus.
Why did you invite a Khalistani terrorist for your reception?
Emotional damage.
What it took for him to start thinking about inflation is when we put his name in the word. No, it's just inflation. Well, it's not just inflation.
Emotional damage.
And I was in for an hour waiting while you were here with a photo op. I have the most insincere thing I've ever seen.
Emotional damage.
I want to offer our deepest condolences on the death of Fidel Castro.
Emotional damage. Emotional damage.
Shame on you and your globalist counterparts. You're scumbags. You're an absolute scumbag.
Emotional damage.
Please spare us your presence.
Emotional damage.
And with the Prime Minister of Canada, the way he's behaving right now, he's exactly like a tyrant, like a dictator. He's like Ceausescu in Romania.
Emotional damage.
despised by this individual. Let us not give someone like this any speaking time in this house of democracy.
Emotional, damn it!
For you, maybe these are liberal methods. But for many citizens across the world, this is a dictatorship of the worst kind.
Emotional, damn it!
Man, Red Pill is the best. Beautiful compilation. I just love seeing people disrespecting Trudeau. I could watch these clips all day. Beautiful, Red Pill. Beautiful. All right, guys, that's a wrap here for today's video, but let me ask you a couple of questions here to end off this video. First, regarding the green screen with Pierre Poilievre, is this the most crazy conspiracy theory we have ever seen from the left? Has there actually been crazier? I want to know in the comments down below. As well, regarding the Red Pill North video, what was your favorite moment of Justin Trudeau getting dissed? I want to hear it in the comments, guys. Thank you everyone for tuning into tonight's episode. If you want to support the channel, smash the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Like this video so more people see it. Tell your friends about the Pleb on YouTube. Share the video out. My name is the Pleb. This was tonight's report, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace.